Hey guys, welcome back to Salem, Cellar. So I finally got to watch Run, Sweetheart, Run. I remember doing the trailer reaction and thinking like, this looks amazing. So I want to talk to you guys about it and let you know how I felt about it all. I'll be right back. So Run, Sweetheart, Run was directed by Shanna Festi. It is starring Ella Balinska as Cherie and Palau Asbeck as Ethan. Now, the cool thing about this movie is it was originally supposed to be released in 2020. And because of all of COVID, everything going on, it was pushed back and shelved. So it's finally out. We finally got to watch it. So it is basically about Cherie. Now, she works for a law firm. She's a student at UCLA, and she pretty much has to go on a dinner date with a client because her boss is too busy. So she goes on the dinner date, and as you can see from the trailer, things don't go well, and, you know, she needs to run for her life. Okay, so I'm going to give as little spoilers as possible. I just want to let you know how I felt overall. So, yeah. Pretty much everything is shown to us on the trailer. We know what happened. She's going out with this handsome man. And, you know, we get that weird scene where he looks at the camera and he's like, you know, you're not allowed in. That was pretty much what that was. Because I'm like, who is he talking to at this moment? You know, we weren't allowed in. So then you see her a little bit later run out of his beautiful home, and she's bloody and she's beat up and she's running for her life. Now, you know, the trailer didn't leave kind of like any mystery. You just know what you're getting. You know, this man is hunting her. I remember trying to figure out what he was. Like, is he a vampire? Is he a werewolf? Like, what is this man? So right off the bat, you get, it was kind of obvious where they were going with this story, kind of, you know, what's going on in the world, like women empowerment, the Me Too movement. It was kind of in your face, like right away with this story. Now, there's certain scenes that kind of are uncomfortable. She's on the bus in the beginning of the movie, and this man is clearly like, he's like staring at her. He comes over her and he's like touching her kind of inappropriately. And then you see scenes earlier than that, and it's like all the women, you know, are like the secretaries for like the man, and, you know, it's kind of like the man's world, and we're supposed to be dominant and quiet, and, you know, that's kind of like the vibe I was getting right away. You know, it was pretty out there. It was pretty like, it was pretty obvious where they were going with all of this. It was definitely a empowerment movie. With that being said, the storyline and the plot I loved. I loved it. I just thought it was great. There's certain things, though, about it that I felt like there was just a lot of holes. Lots of holes throughout. I really wish that with the character Ethan, you know, I think they could have done just so much more with him and his backstory. I don't want to give too much away from the movie, but the way they ended the film, I just didn't feel like it was enough. You know, throughout from start to finish, I'm at the edge of my seat. It's very suspenseful. There's a lot of action. There's really like no moment to rest and like chill out to the next scene. It is just going. You are on the edge of your seat and you're like, you're scared. You're scared for this girl because you have no idea what this man is. Is he like, what is he? And he's just, you know, like he's very scary, but he's also very charming as well. Like, I wanted to fear him. I wanted to hate him, but a part of me didn't. A part of me was like, he's really handsome. He's very charming. It is hard. Like, if for all you Vampire Diary fans, Klaus from the Vampire Diaries and the originals, that's what he reminded me of, you know, kind of like the villain, but you still like him. But even though like Ethan was just straight evil, Klaus had a little good in him, but Ethan was just evil across the board. It is bloody, it is gory, there's a lots of blood. Now, the blood comes from a lot of different places, if you know what I mean. It's not just like wounds, you know. if you don't like the topic of like women having their periods and tampons, this might not be the movie for you. There's a lot of referencing to tampons, you know, so if that bothers you, which it really shouldn't, then this might not be for you. Like I said, it's very like, you know, I am woman. This is, you know, just, I'm powerful. I am strong. I am not going to be sitting back and letting men rule the world. That was just the message I got from this movie, which I can definitely appreciate as a woman. I could definitely appreciate that. I just wish they explained a little bit of the backstory with Ethan. You know, it's just a lot of holes for me. The acting was really good. Sherry did a great job. This actress, you would know her from Charlie's Angels, the newer one. Ethan, he's actually in the Samaritan movies. He's in Overlord. He is also in Game of Thrones. He's phenomenal throughout. The casting was great. The acting was great. The storyline, the plot, amazing. Just a lot of holes. I just wish they would have explained a little bit more. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. The ending and just his backstory. I just needed more of that. So reading this movie, I'm going to give it a 7. I did enjoy it. Will I watch it again? I will watch it again. I just could have done without some things, you know, there's a lot of obvious things thrown in my face repeatedly. You know, like the mention obviously of tampons doesn't bother me, but it was literally mentioned like every 10 minutes of the movie. It was a little bit much and excessive. I get what they were trying to go with it, but it was a little much. Just kind of like, you know, I got the message pretty quickly, but I just felt like it was like the message was kept on like being thrown in our faces. That was a little bit much. Overall, I did enjoy it though, from start to finish. It was a terrific idea. It was, you know, a great movie. It's just, the holes just needed to be filled in, but maybe we'll get a little bit more. Maybe we'll get a prequel in the future. I doubt it, but it'd be really cool to get a prequel to find out more about these certain characters in the film and, you know, where they were going or trying to go with the story. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of it. If you've seen it before, if you plan on seeing it. You know, it wasn't a bad film and I do recommend it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be right back.